What's up, guys? It's Sight After Dark out of Brooklyn, New York. I'm C for Graffiti.
I'm Dan Berg.
Today we are listening to Bob Dylan's Ballad of a Thin Man. This one is a live concert suggested to us by Shay Shotts, one of our patrons. Shout out to you, Shay. Guys, you can head on over to our Patreon to subscribe for as little as $1 a month and get in on all our content and content decisions. Thumbs up if you like it.
Come up. No, I'm a sick man now. Come on, don't do it. Leave me alone. Pencil in your hand. You see somebody naked. You say, who is that man? You try so hard, but you don't understand just what you're gonna say when you get home. Yes, because you know something is happening, but you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? You walk in so politely, say, is this where it is? Somebody points to you and says it's his. Say what's mine. Somebody else says what is, and you say, oh my God, am I here all alone? Yes, but you know something is happening, but you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? Suddenly walks up to you when he hears you speak, saying, how does it feel to be such a freak? And you say, impossible, as he hands you a blow. Yes, but you know something is happening. It's just that you don't know what it is. Isn't that right, Mr. Jones?
He's always pretended it's for the person in the gutter. Well, if that's how he walks in the gutter, I'd rather walk with my head up in the gutter rather than like he is crawling through the bloody gutter, just making a pile out of it. Yeah, he's making a pile out of people he pretends he's for, you know. Yeah, that's how I feel.
And sometimes he manages just to hit the right note or to say the right thing. The words are good. All the songs are good. He's better than Donovan. He's better than Elvis Presley too.
I don't know.
Read a few decent poets. Shakespeare perhaps.
Well, come on, of course.
Nobody has any respect. Anyway, they already expect you just to take your check over to charity organization. You've been with the professors at your looks with great lawyers and scholars. You've discussed lepers and crooks. You've been through all of F. Scott Fitzgerald's books. You're very well read as well. Now, yes, but something is happening, and you don't know what it is. Oh, Mr. John. You see this one-eyed midget shouting the word now. You say, for what reason? And he says, how? You say, oh my God, what is happening? And he screams back, your call. Give us some milk, Roscoe. Oh, yes, and then you're positive. Something's happening, and you better find out what it is. You know that, don't you, Mr. John? You walk into the room like a camel and you frown. You put your eyes in your pockets and your nose into the ground. There'll be a law against you coming around. You should be made to be carrying at all times a telephone. Yes, because something is happening and you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones?
Okay, Bob.
Yeah.
Okay, Bob.
Yeah, that was cool. I really love that you guys are introducing us to the versatility of Bob Dylan. Like, you know what I mean? All the different instruments and the different types of singing styles. I love when he shushed the crowd because he came in with the piano and that kind of drop in the chords, that dun dun dun. He's playing that lightly, and I wanted to hear more of that. So he's like, "Wait, you're not getting it yet," like, you know. So I was appreciating that because that was the hook that hooked us in. That do 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 that gets you.
And he wanted them to hear it.
But yeah, I mean, I loved it. I love that kind of like industrial organ, you know, dare I say Phil Spector-ish kind of sound. You know, I love it in 50s and 60s music. I love it in rock music. I love it in old reggae music. Like, it's just so great. Like, it just pulls you in, and like you just want to stay there, like, you know, and make the song longer. Just listen to a bunch of songs like that. So yeah, he hates Mr. Jones, right? You don't really like him.
I agree about the keyboards for sure. It definitely brings you in. But the thing that brought me in the most was Bob Dylan. Because here's the thing. So obviously, like, I mean, Bob Dylan is one of the most famous artists ever. Like, we know who he is. Like, my dad's a big Dylan guy, but I've given him a shot before, and like I never really got
Connected.
him. You know, there was a few I could be like, yeah, he's definitely a good songwriter. Like, I always appreciated that, but I was never like, I connected. Yeah, I never really was like connected to it. But thanks to like the patrons and you guys suggesting all these things and like these live videos, seeing him live, I kind of get it more.
Yeah.
Because he's very magnetic. Mm-hmm. He's very charismatic in like his unique way of like, I didn't want to take my eyes off him the whole time. Like, he's just the way, just his, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it is about. You can't really, it's some things you can't really say what it is about them necessarily. Yeah. Like, you can't say like why Jim Morrison is so charismatic. He just is.
I
like,
think you're just trying to figure them out. I think that's what it is. Like, I was trying to figure not what makes him tick or what, not anything like that, but I was like, watching the way he walks. Like I was watching like what his mood was. Like I was, my brain was figuring him out. I don't know, for some reason.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same thing for Jim Morrison too. You
it's
watch
a
how he
mystery.
walks around. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Some type of, but it's weird because they put their hearts on a sleeve. I feel like Bob Dylan just opens his chest up and like lets it out.
But
And the
it's
same
still
thing for
somehow
Jim
a mystery.
too. But it's still somehow a mystery. I don't know.
That is really interesting.
Yeah.
Also, this isn't, I mean, I guess it's a reaction to the video, but I have to say that this era Bob Dylan with the haircut and black and white film, this is what I think of when I think of Bob Dylan.
Really? Okay.
Like when someone says Bob Dylan, I think of this kind of thing. So I just want to say that. And also, literally, tell me if I'm wrong, right now you could see someone dressed exactly like him with the same haircut and everything in Greenwich Village today.
Oh yeah.
Like that's
for sure.
Only 60 years later, like you could literally see that person like just walking around.
Yeah.
And like when he was on the stage, I was just like, yeah, like he seems like he hung out in Greenwich Village. You know what I mean? And he's just, I don't know, he's just got a cool vibe about him.
Yeah, and there's a very speaking of connection, there's a very connected approach to everything like around him. You know what I mean? Just like I think I was saying in the last video, like he talks about how a person, not necessarily in this song, but he'll talk about how a person like smiles or shakes their head or nods, and he'll put that in a song, and like it's like that brings the song so much to life, like, you know. And that's the cool part about him too. I don't know, when I think about Bob Dylan, because he used to be around for so many of those huge 80s concerts, you know, like Live Aid or whatever what's the
was
crisis
he in the,
of the
We're
day.
the World?
Yeah, that's him there too. Yeah, so I see that him, like, you know what I mean? And but when I think of his music, I only used to think of like folk music, like that kind of style, except for him making an appearance at a huge concert.
I mean, what would you call this? This would be like folk rock, I guess, right?
I mean, I guess so, but it was so it had so much more in it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because those chords were like bluesy, like so.
Yeah. And he was at one point he was putting everything in
he
that
was in
piano.
the delta.
Yeah.
Okay, like he took it there.
He was going for it. When you got to stand up to play the piano, you're killing it.
You're killing
it.
Yeah.
And
the
Bob
critics
killed it.
Yeah, so the critics came in, right?
That was funny too. I like how he's like, yeah, I'm gonna show footage of people talking shit about me in my concert.
Yeah.
Some were saying good things.
Some were saying good things, and a lot were saying. I heard that the British press can be very, very hard on you, and especially for somebody like him who was considered a foreign act, you know, coming to like their country. I heard they even like tried to they hated Zeppelin because Zeppelin made it big over here first, and they were like, how dare you like try to make
That's
it
right.
Yeah, so
America.
Yeah, so the British critics, you know, I mean, and one said like he's better than Elvis Presley. How do you compare those? You can't compare those two. First of all, no, he's not. They're like two totally different artists.
Can we talk about how mad that first guy was? He was like so heated, like Bob Dylan personally spat on him or something.
Exactly.
He was like so mad. Like, dude, you don't even know him, bro.
Yeah. Somebody's mad about that Boston Tea Party stuff.
Again, America. But yeah, I don't know. I really am starting to like him, and I see how I've seen like random old. You know, he has famous for those like old interviews where he's like really standoffish.
Yes.
And like I totally get it. Like he doesn't want to fucking deal with those people. He just wants to make art.
Yeah.
He is just an artist.
Yeah.
And he wants to make art. That's it. Like
Yeah.
all this other like asking me stupid questions. He's just doing that because the record label's making him, and if he doesn't do it, he's not going to make any money on the art.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do that.
No. You could tell. Even walking to the plane, he's like you could kind of think the questions in his head are like, why are you following me all the way to the plane? Like.
Yeah, he's like, you really the whole time. Yeah, he did hate that camera guy.
Yeah.
He was just like, even with sunglasses on, you knew he was just. All right, I think do we have anything else we should really add on this? This is probably like 20 minutes now. But yeah, obviously this was great. Shout out to Shay for suggesting this. Worst Side After Dark. If you haven't already, definitely listen to our music, and we'll see you soon.